All right, guys, I had to restart the live feed because it said my Wi-Fi signal was crappy, and it's the same Wi-Fi signal I used yesterday, so I don't know why it's being crappy. Welcome to Thailand. Um, okay, we'll start from the beginning. Welcome to day 6 of 12 days of coaching. Um, I am still in Pattaya, which is cold. It's 18 degrees out Celsius, so 18 degrees Celsius outside. My head still does the Fahrenheit, so I have no idea how fucking cold it is. It's probably like 50 degrees. Um, anyway, day 6 is the topic today is how to live a truly happy life, right? Because we all want to be happy, right? Um, as an example, I use myself like I always do. Um, one of the ways, or one of the few ways, I have a few ways, but my top ways of making sure that I am living a truly happy life is by standing true to my values. And one of my biggest values, that's like the top value, is that I'm honest with myself first about the things that I want, that I don't want, things I like, just really honesty about everything. Because um, I truly feel like when we make allowances for other people and other people's opinions, wants, and needs, we end up sacrificing the things that make us truly happy, right? Um, for example, a few times during my marriage, there are conversations that come up, and either I want to do something, don't want to do something, or whatever it is, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm an adult, and I don't want to do it, or this is how I feel, and this is how I am, and my husband gets thrown aback, right? Because he's like you're not going to make like an adjustment for other people's sake, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to make an adjustment for someone else's sake. If I'm going to make a decision that I don't really stand behind, I don't do that. Every decision I make, I stand behind that decision 100%, whether or not the decision blows up in my face, and I take full credit for when it does blow up in my face. Because at the end of the day, if you learn from your mistakes, then it's not really a mistake, is it? So that's the top way that I make sure that I'm living a truly happy life, which is standing by my values, my decisions, um, of the things I want to do, don't want to do, things I say, how I feel. Like, I never apologize for how I feel about something. I may apologize on the delivery of something that I say, because I'm a brutally honest person. I don't like to sugarcoat. I don't like to waste time with that. It is what it is. Suck it up. Move on to the next thing. The most valuable thing you have in life is time. And you waste a lot of time by trying to make sure that everyone else is happy, right? It is not your concern to make sure that everybody else is happy. It's none of your business, okay? It's none of your business whether someone else is happy, okay? It's not your duty. It's not your job to make sure other people are in a good, happy place. No, it's your job to make sure that you're in a good and happy place for you and yourself. Um, and like I said in the other video, that in the first take of today's live video, is that if you're in a happy place, then that happiness and that positivity projects onto everyone you meet, everyone in your life. And so the universe then reflects that back to you. It's like a mirror, right? The world is like a mirror. If you're in a crappy mood, yeah, everyone you're going to come across is going to be in a crappy mood too, because guess what? You're in a crappy mood, right? So you're projecting your crappy mood onto everybody else. So it's going to come back to you. So that's my top value that I hold very dear on how to live a truly happy life. One of the other things that I do to make sure that I'm living a truly happy life is acknowledging those bad moments. For example, if something doesn't happen as planned, if things go wrong, It's quite easily to say, you know what, it's hi baby girl, I'll be there in a minute. It's quite easy to, throw your hands up in the air and give up, and then you blame it on the universe, right, or whatever, what have you. And instead of doing that, you stop yourself and you say, no, this is not how I want my day to go, right? I'm not going to give in to this negativity. I'm going to make it a positive day. And you have to turn it around so that you're not sucked into that negativity for the rest of the day. Okay. And it's a day by day thing. Living a truly happy life is not you just don't wake up one morning and say, yes, today I'm going to live a happy life. It's little decisions that add up to make bigger decisions and choices, right? Because all the little decisions, all the little choices that you make every day add up. So if you take it literally one step at a time, I hate that saying, but it's so true. If you take it one choice at a time, little baby steps will ensure that you're living a happy life daily. It's a daily effort. Okay, it's not a choice and then all of a sudden for the rest of your life you're happy. It's every little decision that you make will lead to living a happy life. Okay. Another thing that people like to do is like the people pleasers, the people that the waterfall is starting. Yeah, I think they just turned it on. So for the people pleasers, I strongly believe that they have a hard time living a happy life because they're not being true to themselves. I heard it. It just sounded like a generator. You hear that? I think they're turning on the waterfall. So for the people pleasers, they're not genuinely happy because their number one goal is to make sure that everybody else is happy, right? So that's not living a happy life. That's living a fake ass life. So for you people pleasers out there, no one really cares. All right. No one really cares. They may care for the next 2 minutes, if that, and life goes on. So stop pleasing everybody and make sure that you please yourself first. For the moms, stay-at-home moms, working moms, those crazy moms who never put themselves first ever. Okay. I know there are a lot of you out there that feel as long as everyone else is happy in your life, then you're happy. You're going to end up being resentful when your kids grow up and go away to college. You're going to end up finding yourself 20, 30 years later, not knowing who you are and having an identity crisis. You're going to find out one day when you wake up in the morning and have no idea who your husband is because you spent all those years, all that time on everyone else instead of focusing on you and yourself and making time for you and yourself. So you may think short-sighted. You're short-sighted on what makes you happy. And I would ask you to reevaluate the things that make you happy and to carve out some time for yourself. Always, every day, even if it's 10, 15 minutes. Because you will end up being resentful, okay? That's just a known fact. So that's another thing that you guys should look into as far as how to live a truly happy life. With the end of the year so close, right? We all tend to look back on the year, and okay, and we tend to look back on the year. Sorry, my little kid is requesting my attention for a game on her phone. So we tend to look back on the year and we reflect on everything, things we did, things we didn't do, things we wish we would have did or could have did, right? And one of the things that is very important to me is family travel. And I aim for twice a year. This year we did two. We went back to the States for a month And then now this is our little getaway. My daughter is in school full time, so we can't really take her out of school and just go. She's just one of those kids who can't be homeschooled. So for those parents who have children who are able to homeschool, good for you guys if you're doing it. And if you like to travel and your kid has that demeanor to be able to get homeschooled, that's great. My firstborn, she's in college now. She had that mentality and that spirit to be homeschooled. So we did that for about 4 years. But the youngest one, she needs to be out with other children in a school environment. So we can't homeschool. So we're stuck working around her schedule, which is fine. And I don't like using that word stuck. It's just who she is, it's her personality. She needs a school. So, so even though I'd like to travel to a lot of other places, we have to limit them because we have to be close to her school. But that's one of the things that I've had to reevaluate as far as what would make me happy, what would really make me feel like I'm having a truly happy life, living a truly happy life, and it's travel. Travel is very important to me because, like I said, I'm happy traveling and learning about new places and stuff. So when you evaluate, when you ask yourself what really makes me truly happy, write them down, make a list, pick your top 3 or your top 5 things that you don't want to live without or you can't live without, because I can live without travel. I'm not going to die if I don't fucking travel, but I want it to be part of my life. So you see how I'm using my honesty value that I will not falter upon. Like I said earlier, honesty is very important to me. So I'm being honest without it, I want to travel more. So that's why travel is up there. So when you're catching the replay, let me know the things that make you happy. I'm curious. I'm curious as to different views that you guys might have on what you think will help you live a truly happy life. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds, but it sounds really pretty. I'm actually hearing an echo right now, which is why I only have one headphone on, but I still hear an echo, so it's really awkward. It really does feel like I'm talking to myself. One of the other ways that you can make sure that you're living a truly happy life, besides being honest with yourself and others, besides standing behind your values, okay? Besides being true to yourself, your dreams, and your goals. Sorry, there's a dragonfly. Yucky. They're just ugly. They're just ugly. Oof. Is by not taking things too seriously when you fail. All right? People fail all the time. Mistakes happen all the time. Okay? Millionaires are not born. Okay? Ask a millionaire how they became a millionaire, and they're going to tell you that they failed a few fucking 100 times. All right? So don't be hard on yourself when things don't go as planned, or when a decision blows up in your face. Learn from it and move the hell on. Okay? Don't give up when things don't go your way or don't go as planned. Just rearrange your tactics and move on. Try it a different way. You're gonna feel better about yourself. Your self-esteem is gonna also build on that, because you're telling yourself, you're rewiring your brain to not give up. You're rewiring yourself. So you know what? Okay, it didn't happen this way, but I'm not a quitter. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna find a way, and it's gonna make you feel better. It really is. All right. So that's my live coaching for today. Day 6, 12 days of coaching. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. And that's basically it for today. But don't forget that I currently have 90 days, 90-day business takeover is I created an event on the Facebook page. So if you want to know more about that, click on the events on the Facebook page and it'll bring you to, gosh, my allergies. It'll bring you to the events page for that. And now I have a low battery. Sign up for that. It's 90 days. You get a 10-page workbook. We meet once a week in a private Facebook group where I do live coaching there for the 90-day business takeover, and basically you build up your business for the next 90 days. So it's from January, February, March, the part of the first quarter of your business for 2018. So if you want to learn more about that, look, it's on the Facebook page, so look it up. Also, don't forget that I have a free resource for you guys. Tons of free stuff on there. So if you go on smartbitchmedia.com, there's a link on the menu bar that says freebies. There's also a post on there on the Facebook page that has a link to that. And that's basically it. So if you have any comments, like I said, put them below, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, maybe later. I owe you guys an extra video, so we'll see. All right, deuces.